punter. No fair catches here, looking for room. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. So Arizona State's offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. And the heart of this team clearly rests on the offensive line. A group of ballers, David, who take pride in what they do.
And I think if you're a coach, you take pride. Like, it starts up front. Like, you win and lose games with physicality, and they lean on all the big fellas up front. The hog mollies, the big uglies, the most unselfish players on the field.
It's old school, man. We're in an era of college football where it's up-tempo, spread, air raid. Games are still won and lost, though, in the trenches. And because this is one of the best offensive lines in all of college football, that is a huge advantage this offense takes into each and every game.
Trying to escape and get it himself. Still running at the 40. Inside the 35, knocked out of bounds. This offense with a big play, and they'll mark it at the 33. Big plays like that makes play calling so much easier. Now it's 1st and 10 from the 34. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming. Let's think a second about Arizona State. If they seeded the playoff today, these guys are in, but we know they're not content with that. They want so much more, David.
They do, and this squad has been building and trying to get to the point where they can get to the playoff and be a national champion. And right now they're in the mix, which is really, really good halfway through the season. A lot of work still to be done, though.
Yeah, this coaching staff really at this point is just trying to keep this team focused as a top 10 team halfway through the year. It's about attention to detail, and that's got to show up in this one today.
These routes have some reads and adaptability built in, and the big fella found that cushion and made the play.
Man, it's so awesome how much offenses have evolved. They know exactly what they're getting, where to sit down, quarterback, tight end, on the same page, gets the first down.
And that's just a huge missed opportunity on offense. QB missed his guy wide open in the end zone. You might not get another clean look like that in the rest of this game.
That's reeled in. It's Watts. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds.
Such a great job by the defense winning on early downs. What does that mean? Now it means 3rd and long. 3rd and long, now I go to dime packages, to nickel packages. I'm taking linebackers off the field and bringing on DBs to really cover more guys and have more speed on the field.
That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down.
And that's a play on 3rd down. This offense just has to do a better job protecting their quarterback. Give them a split second more time to complete that throw, but they couldn't do it there.
He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Makes a connection. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the 1st down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6. And the Sun Devils didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. Now it's 2nd and goal. Looking to fire. Touchdown, Arizona State! And they have the first points of the game. A methodical drive, soul-crushing, spirit-breaking, and it ends in a touchdown.
And listen, I know everybody wants the big plays, the big, long touchdowns and all that stuff, but putting a drive together like that is very difficult to do time and time again, and it's demoralizing for the defense. Great drive by the offense.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Quarterback on the keeper. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9. And the Mustangs headed quickly to the line.
They go with the option. Quarterback keeps it himself. And look, we've seen this guy on tape, guys, break these tackles and take it the distance. This offense should keep dialing up these option plays. Don't let that short gain by the QB prevent you from running this scheme in your playbook.
Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. Unloads it left. Makes the grab. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the 1st down. They have it at the 36.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to hit.
Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31. He just terrorizes quarterbacks, his 30th career sack.
And that's an amazing number, 30 sacks, because a lot of guys get sacks early in their careers, and then coordinators figure it out and then start double-teaming them and sliding and chipping, and then their numbers come down.
And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
Play-action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. He's got him. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. The Mustangs will call on their punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Fields to punt and tries to help improve that field position. They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. Arizona State has the ball back in the offense, making its way onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Steps away. Trying to make magic with his feet. Across the 50 and down and out of bounds at the 44. A good pickup on that one. The offense getting set for a first down from the 45. Wants to throw on first down. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Pressure affects quarterbacks, and this guy's one of the best in the nation. I don't care how talented you are, but if you're being hit, you're not going to throw completions.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Looking to take a shot. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. 90 yards in front of them as they start the drive at their own 10. Got it behind the line. It's Douglas. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. And the Mustangs in the hurry-up. Out of the gun to give to the back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Now facing a 3rd and long. Dropping back, it's Woods. A little screen to the running back. Crosses the 30, he's got away. They drag him down, but not before he's moved the chains, and the screen pass is effective.
One of the things I love about this running back is his versatility. He's not just good running the football, but he can catch it as well, and he can make things happen with the ball in his hands. Nice job by the quarterback, getting through the progression, getting it out to his guy, and he does the rest, and that generates a huge play.
That's the end of the quarter, and Arizona State has the lead. And after that first quarter, let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the second. Back to pass. Gets it out quickly. Makes the stop at the 35-yard line. They rip off 15 yards on that one, and they are rolling.
And I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them, because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
He makes a catch. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down.
Well, it wasn't a great start for this quarterback, but on this drive, he seems to be turning the corner. He just looks like he's playing in a different rhythm. He's seeing the field better. It's almost as if the game is starting to slow down for him. I think on that last completion, it was a good example of that.
Grab behind the line. It's Douglas. They make a stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Dropping back, it's Woods. Into the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there. And on 4th down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. He'll line it up from the right side, a 37-yarder coming up. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. That'll bring him to within 4. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. OHIO. Ohio State is up big right now in what's shaping up to be a blowout to remember. They're up by 21 over Florida Atlantic. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this college football matchup.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Pucks it out of the air. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. The Sun Devils come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. They're going to try to throw for it on 3rd down. Caught close to the marker, it's Watts. Oh, he's got some space. Big pickup on that one. They'll mark him out at the 40. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these 3rd down situations.
Trying to get a rhythm in the passing game now on 2nd down. To the ground with the back. Finds a crease at the 20. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14.
Well, that's why this running game can be so dynamic. This guy is special when he has the football in his hands. He can make people miss, he can run with power, and he also has speed. You saw it on that last play.
I think a trait of a running back that you really look for is a guy that can bust tackles. Man, a guy that can make something out of nothing when it's not there. And just a really good job breaking the tackle, continuing to keep the play alive, and never quit.
And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Sun Devils! Backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, no problem.
When you start in the black zone inside your own 20 coming out, it's difficult. You can give up a safety. You get worried about that. The offense puts a great drive together. Great job executing. Great job getting a touchdown.
14, SMU 3.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. They've been pretty much stifled on offense so far, David, only able to muster 3 points in their previous 3 drives.
And you got to find a way to open this up and create some explosive plays. The passing game is obviously the easiest way. Jesse, put more speed on the field. Find those guys down the field.
You know they're frustrated, too, because they felt like there were some matchups they could take advantage of to get some points on the board early. In this one, they just haven't been able to connect on those opportunities. But I like David's idea. Maybe move some guys around and see if you can create some better one-on-one matchups.
The Mustangs want to move quickly. And the defense, they've got him at the 27.
Oh, I love that play by the defense there. Hanging back, watching the QB's eyes. Great job in coverage on the back end, and then rallying to him when he decided to go try and run for it himself. And now this defense is set up 4th.
Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. And what a drive that was the last time they had it. Basically the length of the field. Much better starting point this time. Quick handoff. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Now, how about that defense in the backfield? Nowhere to go right away. You could tell they were playing the run game all the way, and they got in the backfield and got the tackle for a loss.
They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. And the Sun Devils come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. They'll try to get it through the air. Fires to the big fella. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. The Sun Devils come to the line with a new set of downs. Here's the handoff. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard.
And if I'm the running back, I'm going to be like, listen, O-line, can you give me something? Can you give me some space to try to make somebody miss and not have another guy right next to me? I'm giving the offensive line an earful. I need some holes, need some space up front. They got to do a better job.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Wants to go up top. Fired just a little too long as the junior frustrated he missed that connection. They've got the ball at midfield, but they're facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Great job by the defense dialing up some pressure on 3rd down. They hit the quarterback and forced the incompletion.
Can you believe this? The offense is going for it on 4th down. Might be calling a hot route. On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. Takes a shot as he lets it go. Makes the grab, he's got a first down. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense, not exactly the perfect 4th down call there. That's the way you get things going. A huge play, and now attacking from just inside the red zone. Gets it out fast. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
And that's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
They just keep firing. Using the quick game. Touchdown, Arizona State! And they take it in for 6 more points. They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. They find themselves in a pretty deep hole here, but maybe a chance to grab a little momentum and regroup at halftime.
Yeah, a big chance. Like this is an opportunity. This is the biggest.
Breaks into the open. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's 1st and 10. Going to try to get it himself. Trying to buy a little time, and he cannot, but he does get it back closer to the line of scrimmage. Back to throw, it's Woods. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. They'll immediately call timeout.
Boy, this defense is ridiculous. On point. They know how to rush the passers. Multiple guys getting it done. 5 sacks, and we are still in the first half.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Makes the grab deep. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play. This offense just gets a bolt of energy when they get a play like that. Now they're in the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 20. Quickly complete. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
Well, the offense just taking what the defense gives them there. There's a lot of cushion out in coverage, so that was just too easy for the quarterback. Spits it out, and they pick up the first.
Going to the running game. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. And the Mustangs really need to keep this drive alive on third down. They'll try to get the first through the air. He's got it on the move. He stopped just short of the goal line, but they'll have it first and goal from the one. And this is a really important series of plays, a chance to cut into the lead just before halftime. Pressure coming, and he is snowed under, sacked at the 7. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock.
I love the awareness by the defense here. Everyone thinking first down, down close to the goal line. The offense is going to run the football, right? But this defense was ready for the chance that the offense might throw it. So defenders playing the pass and getting upfield, getting to the QB. Awesome job.
It's complete. And the defense doesn't let him get loose, and that's going to wrap things up here in the half. One more snap coming before juice boxes and orange slices. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Guys, 2 quarters down, and I've got to say, this has been a fun watch so far in Dallas. And this offense has been the story through 2 quarters, extending this lead and really dominating almost every aspect of this game. We're talking lethal efficiency from the O-line right on down to the skill position guys. Although I'd argue those big uglies up front are skilled players in their own right. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Gerald J. Ford Stadium.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. The Mustangs will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Arizona State has the ball back in the offense, making its way onto the field. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was
turning it on. The 30, the 20. Touchdown, Sun Devils. And the punishment has been extended. He has been surgical, precision passes, using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
And the defense has had absolutely no answer for him. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. Unless you have somebody ready to do his best Tom Brady impression, down 28-3 is no fun, and they have to get something going right now. Hard running there. He's knocked down behind the line of scrimmage again, and this just hasn't been his day. Nowhere to run. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Hauls it in. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground cover to pick up the first.
Yeah, you throw a little hitch route. Nice job getting the ball out of his hands quickly. Wide receiver, quarterback. Nice job being on the same page. Nice completion, nice catch.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. Looking for a man. It's Woods. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd down.
This is a situation here in the 3rd quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion there is not a big surprise. This defense knows what's coming, and it's all because of the points right now on the scoreboard.
Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, David. It puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
This offense will snap it from the 42 on 1st and 10. Trying to get the edge with a quick touch pass. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Quick completion on the out route. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Well, this defense is going to have to find a way to start mixing up their coverages. They're in a tough spot. They're down right now, so most people would think the opponent would be running the ball, but when you've had the success these guys have had throwing it, you're going to see more shot plays. You better change your looks up.
There he goes. And he is marked out of bounds after another big gain. This aerial attack has had no problem moving the ball with chunk plays. And that big gainer on the last one has them threatening from inside the 10. A first down run in the red zone. Touchdown, Arizona State! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
You know, this offense knew coming into the season it was so important for this guy to stay healthy. They needed him week in, week out because he plays at such a high level, and he's showing it here. That last carry was his 10th rushing touchdown of the season.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and the score is 35-3. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the Big Ten. Michigan State is ahead in East Lansing, but that's not exactly Kenneth Walker III out there running the ball. This game is a long way from being over. They're up by 10 over Penn State. We'll circle back to this Big Ten battle. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Dropping back, it's Woods. Quick strike complete. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. Offense getting set for first down. One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to it. Very little running room, if any, and he just hasn't had anywhere to go in this one. And the Mustangs trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Just a short pass to the tight end. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
You know, tight ends are such matchup nightmares and problems for defense. They're too big for DBs to cover, and they're too fast for linebackers to cover. You saw it right there.
Finds his man. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. The Mustangs send out the punt unit. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. Another punt on the way. Got to make sure those hammies and glutes all activated. Don't want any muscle pulls from overuse. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. Arizona State has the ball back in the offense, making its way onto the field. They've been dominant, and now they'll try to execute to their own standard. Going right to work up top. Got his man quickly. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
And the Sun Devils have it with a 1st and 10. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Throwing right. Got his man downfield. A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11.
Man, we knew coming into this game just how explosive this offense could be, and a big part of that is their ability to throw the football. They've scored a ton of points, and it's because they can generate plays like that. When this quarterback sees the one-on-one matchup he wants, he is not afraid to pull the trigger, and he hits a big throw there.
They stop him just a length or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on 2nd down here. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They'll run it out of the shotgun. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Sun Devils! If you want to know how to reach this guy, just send his mail to the end zone. That's where he lives.
He definitely is today. And I think the defense has to be getting a little sick and tired of the same guy beating him time and time again.
42, SMU 3.
He'll return it. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
Great effort by the defense here. Offense trying to go wide receiver screen. How about the speed on defense rallying to the football?
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Looking to pass. It's Woods. Makes the grab. They get him stopped at the 26, but that'll be enough for this offense to go to work on 1st down.
Well, it's a nice job by the defender. They're closing the gap with the wide receiver. They're going to complete the hitch pass, but he's able to run right up on him, get him to the ground for a minimal gain.
They'll run behind the big guys on the right. Not much to show for it. This defense has kept them bottled up all day.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. We talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense...
And the heat gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line.
And this offensive line's got to do a better job. Man, you got to protect your quarterback. Listen, this offense is not playing great, but they got to somehow find a way to start to get something together here in the 2nd half.
Rushes on him. A really nice run and gain, and he gets down to avoid taking punishment.
Number 16, on to punt it away.
And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen.
SMU 3.
As we enter the 4th quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. And the Mustangs decide to punt it away. They're up to a half dozen kicks today. They make the stop on the return, but there is laundry on the field. Let's get the call.
Kick interference. Kicking team.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Now they'll try to cash in this drive. 1st and 10 from the 50. They'll move the wide receiver. Quick pass on the jet motion. Inside the 35. Chopping up this defense, and they've got it all the way down to the 23. The Sun Devils just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. Touch pass on the jet sweep. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
Let's see what they've dialed up on 3rd and long from the 22. He wants to throw it again. Gets it out quickly. Oh, got enough space. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it 1st and goal.
He has been the go-to guy on offense all game long. And on a critical 3rd down here in the 4th quarter, surprise, surprise, guess who they go to? That guy.
And the Sun Devils are moving quickly down the field. Wants to go up top. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona State! They're on the board again, and it looks as if this winning streak is going to continue.
And honestly, it's been about complementary football in this game, right? We've seen this offense go up and down the field. They've been lighting up the scoreboard, but the defense has done a great job, too, getting off the field and putting their offense in really good position in this game. The head coach has got to love what he's seen on both sides of the ball today.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front 7 has dominated this entire game.
Looking to throw on 1st down. And they took a shot on that one, but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up.
Breaks into the open. Oh, my goodness, he's still moving. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. The Mustangs have it with a 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield. Now facing 2nd and long after the defense came up with that sack. Back to pass. And the pressure gets to him again. Another sack. That big fella up front just won his one-on-one battle and got to the quarterback.
And that's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to beat the guy in front of you, and great job by using your hands, getting by that first initial guy, and then getting to the quarterback. And the hard part a lot of time is getting him on the ground. Nice job by the big lineman.
And the Mustangs will punt it away on 4th down. And these guys have been busy. 6th punt of the day. And nobody able to handle that punt. They'll let it bounce and roll out of bounds. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Under fire. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They have been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy. And that's why the ball falls incomplete.
And it's incomplete on third down.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable third and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of there, you-know-what.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They've got to put a drive together and get some balance going, running and throwing the ball.
From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. Turning it on! They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays.
Yeah, and a nice big pickup on the ground. Palmer, you could have used some of this earlier in the game. Are you calling runs at this point?
No, I'd be a little bit more aggressive, I think, throwing it. I think part of it right now is because the defense, they've got the lead big. They're just playing a little bit more zone, a little bit more prevent. They're fine letting this offense just...
And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
Also 7 yards on the play.
He is a menace rushing the passer. Career sack number 20.
I mean, some people just have a knack for getting to the quarterback. What a great job throughout his career. Getting there, getting him down, getting pressures. He has been a quarterback's worst nightmare.
I was just going to...
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Man, what a great break on the football. Nice job seeing it, squeezing. A lot of those defensive guys, man, they don't have great hands all the time, but you always remember your first interception. He'll always remember this moment.
Arizona State has the ball back in the offense, making its way onto the field. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. They're dealing with a second and long. Wants to go up top. Still looking, on the move. Trying to make magic on the scramble. On the move at the 30. And he has vexed his defense with the scrambles. Another first down and yet another big gain.
And how about it? It's not just the arm. We've seen that today where he's picked them apart, put up some yardage, put on some touchdowns. Also showing you he can do it with his puppies. Taking off, running, getting the first down. Nice scramble. He's shown you a little bit of everything today.
They're working that left side. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. A strike downfield. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
And how about this squad, man? Looking good again. I feel like we say this week in and week out, just continuing to remain undefeated. Whatever it takes, offense, defense, special teams, they have been a good unit, and that's why their ranking is so high.
Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. Last drive ended with a pick, but you still have to attack through the air. First play of the drive, wants to throw. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. 4 wide out set, 2 on either side on 2nd and 10. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. Safe completion on the screen. That will take us to the 2-minute timeout, and not much time left for this offense to put together a miracle. This is where you make the money on the drive. Ball at the 30, it's 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. makes the catch. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. The Mustangs will try to pin them back with the punt. He'll take it on the return. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. They have dropped a hush on this entire stadium, David, by controlling this game.
And there's nothing like shutting up the home crowd. You love it. Nothing like
it's a running room. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
I just continue to be impressed watching this guy play. Good decision-making, very accurate. He's obviously got a lot of talent surrounding him, so no surprise with that last completion. He's now over 3,000 yards on the year.
They just changed the dynamic of this possession in a heartbeat, and now it's 1st and 10 from inside the red zone. Floating away. Fires on the move. Pass is incomplete, and by this stage of his career, you'd think a junior quarterback might take a little better care of the football.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays, and they've had a great day so far.
He leaves it with his back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Works the middle. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker.
And this defense continuing to struggle with the passing game. Listen, these offenses are so sophisticated nowadays. They're hard to stop, man. And it's a new one every single week. And I say this game, this defense underperformed. They're better than what they've shown. They've gotten torched today. And this is a tape that they're going to want to burn and never watch again.
Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. They'll snap it from the 10 for the first play of this drive. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Interception, and things are going from bad to worse. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return.
And that's kind of what this offense has done all day. They have struggled. They haven't gotten a rhythm. They haven't found a way to get points on the scoreboard. And late in this game, when your defense and your team really needed it the most, Palmer, they throw the INT.
And it's a microcosm, too, of just how dominant the defense has been. They've always been a step ahead. They've been the more physical side. They've been making plays on the back end. That interception should seal this thing.
The Sun Devils now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. To the air on 2nd down. Unloads to the wideout. Soft spot in the middle. They'll make the stop, but that first down ought to ice it, and they should be able to kneel this one out.
Well, this offense has just been dialing up explosive play after explosive play. That's a big part of why they have a huge lead at this point. And even in the 4th quarter with that lead, they are still taking shots. They are still being aggressive. Pedal to the metal.
Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Looking for the end zone. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
Some would say run out the clock. Some would say I don't need to add points. But here's the thing. It's your job to stop them on defense. Now, listen, the handshakes, they might get a little bit interesting after this game, but the offense did their job.
And he tacked on the extra point. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd.
Set to kickoff.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking downfield on 1st down. He's taking a deep shot. The pass is incomplete, and 1 second is left. And after this play, the cake will be baked. Second down, he'll throw it. He wants a big play here late. They fought to the bitter end, and the final incompletion puts a wrap on it. This is what an elite team does. They know they're better. They go out. They take the figurative sledgehammer and hit them right between the eyes.
And they just look good in every phase of the game. If I'm on the coaching staff,